Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. And as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. At this point, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to entitle this video, but by the time you see it, there should be an appropriate title. From time to time, I like to share stories, and I do this for the benefit of young folks because I learned a whole lot from older guys. You know, they've been there, they've done that. They share with me what to do and what not to do. And I greatly appreciated the guys throughout my life that helped me personally, that gave me information that was very beneficial to me in the long run, if not in the present, existing present. You know, so I'm going to share a story with you guys because, it starts something like this. You find yourself being very picky when it comes to certain services, you know, because I don't just let anybody work on my car, you know, so that's a labor intense search to find a good, honest mechanic. And thank God I do have good, honest mechanics. These guys are awesome. They're very reasonable. They've never tried to cheat me, you know, and they've went beyond the call of duty. And same thing with dentists. You know, I went through a few of them, found the perfect one. And unfortunately, they moved without letting anybody know what happened. I think they went out of business. And it's unfortunate because, again, me personally, I know everybody's different. I'm very particular as far as certain types of services and dealing with certain companies and people regarding those services. So I'm forced to find another dentist. So I went to a dentist, which is actually not too far from me, almost literally walking distance. So I told them what I was coming in for, and I know what I needed. I needed a cavity to be filled, and I need one tooth perhaps to be extracted. That's all. I don't need shit else. I know this, you know. So I went in, and the procedure, of course, is they take a picture of all your teeth to check every tooth and then give you an evaluation. Everything checked out, you know, again, just needed that tooth extracted, one cavity filled, and that's it. But they tried to sell me on another procedure and overcharge me for that procedure because they was like, well, you know, how about a clean? I'm like, I just had my teeth cleaned less than 8 months ago before my dentist disappeared. So I know I didn't need a cleaning, and I try my best to take care of my teeth, you know. So they tried to sell me on that and a more advanced version. I'm like, I don't have right jacked up teeth. So I mean, why are you trying to sell me on a procedure that's gonna be $1,500? So I knew right then they was on some bullshit and they were crooks. You know, by the time they told it or what they thought I needed, it was $3,200 fucking dollars. I'm like, yeah, right. You know, and they trying to give me cause I'm like, I ain't got that kind of money. I'm kind of playing along with it for the moment instead of telling them get out of my face with this bullshit, cause I know it's bullshit. So they's like, well, you can finance, and they brought in papers and trying to get me to read and sign it. Right? I'm like, I don't sign anything in a quick sitting. I got to go home, read this thing, read it again. Then I either sign it or I reject it. You know, they were just really pushing. I'm sitting in the chair, leaning back with my mouth open. They trying to get me to sign some shit. I'm like, come on now, you know, come on. So I paid for what they did, which was they again took pictures of all my teeth, because that's the standard procedure when you first go to a dentist office. You know, they got to have all of your teeth on file so they can keep monitoring, checking each time, you know, they do these pictures, which is probably about maybe once a year. So I paid for that. Then I paid for the evaluation as far as what they thought I needed, which was some BS again, trying to jack me. So I paid for it with my credit card, so I was done with them. I try not to leave anything linger as far as I paid part of it. I'm like, I want to pay all of it, so I don't have to worry about it, think about it no more, because it's done. It's still 6 months later, it comes back to bite you in the ass because you forgot to finish paying it off. And here comes the interest. So I paid for it in full with no intentions on ever going back there, which I'm not. That was on the 3rd of September. So I'm on my way out the door. I get my mail, and I glanced through it right quick before I head out. And it was a letter from me, from the dentist office. I'm like, why are they sending me a letter? You know, maybe a reminder to come down here and get jacked, you know. So I opened up the letter, because some told me to open this up right now before I leave out of here to run some errands. So I opened it up and said balance due $83. I'm like, how the hell I owe $83 when I paid my bill in full? So I read the invoice thoroughly, because they have, you know, what services they're charging you for. And I'm doing the math. I'm like, okay, well, according to this bill, I paid. There's no extra thing here that they didn't charge me for or trying to charge me. So I'm like, so who made this mistake? Because again, there's nothing in the invoice as far as an additional $83 that just wasn't paid. Again, doing the math, it's like, okay, my total bill was $136, and that's what I paid on my credit card. So why am I getting a balance of $86? So I called them, quickly explained to them, why am I getting a bill for $86 when I paid the bill in full the day I went in there? They took my name. They came back, oh, we made a mistake. Just disregard that. Who's making that kind of mistake? I honestly believe that that shit was done deliberately because these people are extremely unethical and they're crooks, because when they tried to sell me $3,200 worth of dental work, which I know I didn't need, I already wrote them off as crooks. And then they topped it off by sending me a bogus balance. I'm like, apparently you need to fire the billing people if they're making these kind of mistakes, because that should have never been sent out to me. And again, there was nothing on that bill that was added for that $86, because I can even understand that they tried to sneak something in or they accidentally put something in there and I didn't pay for that. There was nothing. Everything that was there added up to what I paid with my credit card. So I don't know how the fuck they send me this. Why did they send me this? Because they're crooks. And it's so unfortunate that there are some companies, they are crooks. I mean, they're just plain old crooks. Again, my mechanic guys have been going to these guys for like 6 years. We like brothers because I respect them. They're hardworking guys. They do a hell of a job on my car. And that's why my car's been running for the length that it's been running, because they take care of my car, And it's just unfortunate that, again, there's some companies you just know right out the gate, they trying to jack you. I mean, nothing else. No, it's just they trying to get you, And it's like, man, it's really unfortunate, because I remember when I was much younger, most companies had a sense of integrity. They tried to sell your product that was worth what they're selling you, and they weren't trying to oversell you on something that you don't need. But I'm beginning to see a lot of that now. And I guess, unfortunately, business doings have changed over the years as far as, are we going to be honest, or are we going to just try to screw people? And I'm just going to say this right quick and sign off. I'm sure you guys ran across this. Say, for instance, you look for something. Say, for instance, you look for Pacific software, whether it be music software or something software related. And then you find a site that says, get this for free. And then so you download it, but you can't open it until you pay for it. I'm like, so now you tricked me. You had me go through all this, and then at the end, when the smoke clears, I got to pay for it. And I'm like, I don't have a problem with paying for anything. My problem is that you lied to me, and then when it's time to try to use it, you got to pay for it. That's ridiculous, What are we coming to these days? It's just, when I got that bill, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, come on now. I've never gotten anything like that in my life, actually, when it came to medical or some type of procedure, health related. Never, ever got a bogus bill. But today I got one. Till next time, take care and thanks for watching.